I really don't even know how to carry on, because in a way I'll probably start crying again. Go ahead, come on up here. And I thought my tear ducts were dried up a year ago, but guess what? Uh-oh.
Show and tell. Show and tell, right? We like show and tell. He's here for show and tell. Okay? Okay. So when I picked the list this morning, we sing the words, we just want to be with you. But there's something about, those of you who are married, live in the same house with somebody. You have your daily routine. You come and go, right? And we know that we want to be with each other, right? But there's something about, turn towards me when you say, I want to be with you, right? I want to be with you. So now listen, the Lord is with everyone. Everyone. He's with everybody. He is with my unsaved brother right now. But until Paul turns around and says, I want to be with you. Okay? And this is our daily walk with God, right? And this is where my heart was when I was picking the songs this morning. I'm like, God, I know you're here, and I go through the routine, but I just want to be with you, right? So that's what he wants from us on a daily basis, right? We live in the same place. He lives in us. He lives through us. But there's these moments where we got to get out of the routine and say, God, I just want to be with you. I just want to be with you. I want to walk in this moment every single day of my life, wanting to be with you every moment of every single day. And so just encourage you, house, today. Just get in that place. If it wasn't here this morning, find it. Just find it wherever it is that he spoke to you. For me and my walk with God, I have a very romantic, what people would call a romantic relationship with him, right? But whatever that is for you, and that's between you and the Lord. He's so special that he has a special relationship with each person in this house. And that's only for you and him. He reserved that for you and him. And then when we come together, it's for him and us. And it's such a beautiful thing. The bride of Christ is so unbelievably beautiful. But find the place to get face to face with him today. I hear the call. I hear the call. I hear the call.
I'm just witnessing everything everybody's saying. Anybody else? Nobody else? That's it? I've been to church. I really have been to church. Because really I was going to get up here and say what I had planned to say, it's gone. Literally what I had planned to say, it's gone. Because when you get in his presence and him personally will touch every need. Every need. He can do it better than any other words, any other thing. He just knows how to do it. He just knows how to do it. Why does he know how to do it? Because he's God. He can. Remember, he created us in his image and in his likeness. We heard that today, didn't we, Linda? I sat through Sister Linda's, I'm going to just talk for a few minutes and then we're going to go home. I just sat through Sister Linda's Sunday school class and I was going crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world is going on? She's going all over the place and she's back to watching movies again. I was like, Lord, I'd love to watch movies. And, all these lucky people, they get to do all this good, fun stuff. But literally in the midst of all that, and I started hearing the voice and just a few things that you started talking about gardening. And literally I was going to talk about what I was dealing with on Thursday night. Matthew 22, not Matthew, but Luke 22, verse 31 and 32, when Jesus was talking to Peter. Remember Simon, Simon? He wasn't talking to Peter, even though he was talking to Peter. He wanted him to hear what he had to say. Because what Jesus has to say is more important than any other thing that we're going through. And he knows that you're going to go through stuff, and he knows, he prophesied all that stuff about him. But in the greatest of the whole thing is Peter listened to him. And Peter came out on the other side. Sometimes we don't think we're going to make it to the other side, but if we heard him at the beginning, he's going to bring us through. He said, those things that I've started, I'm going to complete them. He's going to complete them in us. Amen? And I got down to, we don't like the saying about Satan, wants to sift you like wheat. And the wheat, the seed. And I've been pondering this since most of the morning, whatever time you guys' morning is. But if you looked up that word Satan, he always says it's an adversary, right? But if you look into it, there's a couple good words in there. It says it agitates you to your purpose. It brings you to your purpose. So what most people consider that he's whatever you want to say he is, but there's a purpose why God created him. Oh my gosh, did God create him? We're not going to go down that road. Can we just say he uses a tool any way he wants to use a tool? And that's basically what he did. He was using that tool to agitate. Remember the pearl? How do you get a pearl? A piece of sand in the mouth, and it agitates. And it keeps going. And most of us want to get rid of the agitation. And really what God's doing is he's creating a pearl. And then all of a sudden I started thinking about when my parents and my brother, they went to California and they went up to the sequoias. And my brother Dale started talking about the seed. But the pressure and the temperature of fire to crack open that seed. And God knows how to put us in the right fire and the right stuff to get the seed cracked open. The seed is not going to die. It can't die because it's everything that you are written in the seed. You plant a tomato, you get a tomato. You plant a carrot, you get a carrot. It's only man who wants to crossbreed these things and make them. But God's not into crossbreeding. God's into making one new man. One new man. But I really appreciated your Sunday school class, even though it was starting to agitate me at the beginning, but that's what it was there for. It was to agitate me. But you said a lot of powerful things when you started talking about gardening and all that stuff. And God knows how to get us and knows how to plant us and knows how to do what he wants to do. Amen? And I really appreciate that the Lord showed up this morning or this afternoon. I'm glad that you brought your portion, your part. And now it's just not going to stop here. See, this is what I have an issue with, is I always stop it right here, but it can't stop right here. Brother Tim used to say this all the time. When you go out your door, there's your mission field. There's where you have to do it. You have to put it out there. And 99% of the time, it's not what you're saying, is they're watching. They're watching you. You never know that people are watching you until you start having kids and your kids are being talked to by people who you worked with or whatever, and they start saying, oh yeah, we know your father or your mother or whatever. Then so now, in my case, I have to tell my sons, listen, you're a representation of the family name. It's the name. Why is it the name? Because it's in the seed. And that seed has got to keep going. Amen? Amen. I appreciate everybody who spoke, heard the voice of God. I appreciate the whole day. It's a good thing. It's a good thing that we all came to the house of the Lord. Amen? Amen. Shall we stand?